Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. During 74 years of Soviet time, Soviet people worshipped Lenin, who was the founder of communist state. And we learned by heart his writing. So this is why thousands and thousands statues were erased. But in 1991, Soviet Union crushed. Soviet system and communist system disappeared. And many people started to get very critical attitude to Lenin. Why post-Soviet Russia still is covered by Lenin statues? It is a democratic country with political freedom, fixed human rights, ideological plurality. But still, if you go to many places in Russia, you will see statue of Lenin on the central square. I think there are several reasons which could explain this. And number one, that still many people in current post-Soviet democratic Russia, they worship Lenin because they are products of Soviet system. They grew up trying to be like Lenin. From 7 years old, they were member of October organization, having a small badge with Lenin portrait. At 10 years old, they used to join Pioneer organization with the slogan which sounds like question and answer. Are you ready to fight for communism? Yes, I've been always ready. Then people used to join youth communist organization. Lenin never was mistaken. Lenin was considered as a genius, as a father of all nations, which showed the right way for all humanity to go. Russian people never write capital I, unlike Anglo-Saxon people. They write small I, and that small I mentality has very deep historic roots, and it means that my life does not depend on me. My life depends on protection, on state protection, on a leader protection. Somebody has to take care about myself. And this was developed very much in Soviet state. And this was Lenin's idea, that state has to look after you, to take care after you. So this is why Russian mentality very much inclined to accept these Lenin's ideas. Of course, that part of Russian population who worships Lenin, they are mostly aged people, they are people of middle age, but it is still quite considerable part of our society. The reason number two is connected with the legacy of Soviet system. Of course, Soviet system in 74 years was very contradictory. It has some absolutely ugly features: no political freedom, no protection of human rights, no ideological political plurality. In Stalin's time, numerous unlimited mass purges of innocent people. Yes, but there was another side, and still people remember about it, because Lenin gave the idea that state has to provide to all people free access to education and culture. And education was free and compulsory. And million people came through school education for 10 years. University education was not compulsory, but it was free. And million of people made university degree and turned into higher professional people. The second good feature of Soviet system was free medical care. We all had chance to go to doctors for free. It was especially good in fighting different epidemics, looking after babies and children. So the Soviet legacy is still not only remembered by Russian people, but it became feature of current Russian state. It is quite welfare state, because today, 30 years after Soviet time, we have free school system and we have a partially free medical system. Many aspects of medical care are free, some others are private. So, and people could enjoy this. There is a third reason why there are so many statues of Lenin. People express their respect to their past, whatever it is. But monuments should not be demolished. So they express their respect and they learned lessons. So this is why not only there are many statues of Lenin around Russia, but there is a Lenin's mummy on the Red Square in the Lenin's tomb. Why it is so? Because Russian people are very much split up about this. In 30 years, there have been many hot discussions about this. Several times, democratic-oriented people raised this question and public discussion, that mummy of Lenin should be expelled from Lenin's tomb, that it should be buried in accordance with Russian tradition. But they mean it. They start this discussion, another part of Russian society. Communist Party of Russian Federation, they protest, they resist, and they say no. They continue worship Lenin. So it's almost 50-50 split. And I think it is one of the most wise decisions of our political elite, of our parliament and government, to postpone taking decision about this question. The time will come. It is still too hot question, and is still too big memory about Lenin and Lenin's legacy. Thank you very much.